Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I start up my early access coverage, and it'll be a little bit of a kind of a mini-series, I guess, through early access, or at least first part. We may come back to it as updates go, but you guys can't tell from what you're looking at here, but this is the game that dropped today into Steam Early Access. It is called Light and Dark. It is by Snail Games USA. And yeah, I played around a little bit on a live stream, and I was pretty bad at the game. Yeah, I'm hoping I can do a little bit better. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. So it's July 20th, 2017. I went into Steam Early Access. They have a disclaimer at the beginning. There are pretty long load times and connection times and everything else. That's why I skipped to this point specifically. However, they're only about 30% done with the game. I went into Steam Early Access. A lot of people are going to be like, oh, they shouldn't do that. They should have a polished game and everything else. And I don't want to draw comparisons, but this does seem to be very similar in many ways to this other game. So I don't generally like to mention other games, but we're going to use it as an example. And it is Ark Survival Evolved. It went into Steam Early Access like 2 years ago or some ridiculous amount. They stayed in there for a very long time, and it started off, the game was horribly optimized. It looked bad, it played bad, it was more frustrating than fun, yet there was enough there that it was fun. This game is going to be very similar to that in many ways. I don't know what their plans are moving forward, what they're going to focus on, but they did say in the little blurb at the beginning that it's only 30% complete. There's only the one area, the one map, and you'll get to see all this soon, guys and gals. And I apologize if I'm rambling on a little bit here in the beginning, but we'll hop in real soon, don't worry. But they are going to listen to player feedback and see what they need to work on to move forward. So I think if they have the building blocks, it works. The game's there, even if it's rough. It's always nice to see what's there and have a way of shaping the game. A lot of people are like, oh, Steam Early Access is just a money grab. I don't know, guys. You're going to have to form your own opinions. I like the concept and idea of Steam Early Access. There's many games, many developers, many things that have worked out phenomenally well. It went through Steam Early Access. It was fantastic. You got your hands on a game a bit early, and you really got to love it. Battle Brothers, for one, is one that just excelled. We got our hands on it early, and we enjoyed the multiple updates. We got to kind of shape and help grow that game. And I think this could be very much the same way. There are a few that do take advantage of the Steam Early Access, use it as a money grab, and just run. It's a much smaller percentage, though if that happens to you, it just hurts, and that's what sticks in your mind. So, enough about it. Let's hop in, let's play. There's 3 different groups that we can choose to play as. I was playing around with these guys a little bit earlier. The Talos, I'm not going to read this right now because it's cut off for one. But they're probably like the human people, and you start over here on this side. This is Estel. I guess they're like elven people, which is probably what I'm going to try playing this time around. And then on the live stream, I was playing as the mountain people, the dwarves here, the Iron Fast. So we're going to play as the Unicornians. We'll see. I'm a woman. I'm an elven woman. I'm not an elven woman. I'm an elven man. Why do you keep showing me their groin? I don't care about their groin. I don't want to see their package. Stop it. We can random. Cool. Let's random ourselves a bit here. Oh, boy. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. You're not elvish at all. What has happened to you guys? Oh, my... Damn. Maybe it was a bad idea. Can we go back to the original? Let's go here. Alright, let's modify slightly, because that was a disaster. Hey, it was a disaster! Alright, so let's see here. Hair. We do have hair color. Let's go with a purple. That might work. Let's just... Oh, no, there's a green. We're going to go with the green. There we go. Alright, so there we go. Eye. Do we have an eye color? We do. I'm fine with that. Whatever. That's good enough for me. I'm not super picky with what my characters look like most of the time, so we're going to just roll with it. Alright, enough crotch shots there. It's fine. Elfie McSquigums. That is who we are going to be. We're playing a single-player version of the game, guys and gals. I want to be able to get some stuff accomplished and get through it a little bit quicker as opposed to the official server. Also, don't want to have to deal with crude and crass writing and chat from many people. Awaken my child of Gaia. I am Alicia, Archmage of the Order of Dark and Light. First, you must learn to harvest what you need from nature to survive. Find some shrubs and strike them to gather useful items. If it's dark, open your inventory and use your little light icon. Anyway, we're going to move around. The game is not going to look super fantastic at this point. I'm playing on high settings. It doesn't look great. But again, the game works. It's not super laggy, but it's also not super unlaggy. So, like I said, guys and gals, take this with a kind of a grain of salt situation. This is where it's at. The world works. I'm sure there's a lot to it. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of stuff that I'm going to completely miss. But as it starts off right here, it says that we basically need to go to shrubs and harvest blueberries, magic shards, and stones. So we're going to do that. And again, I upped a lot of the settings. I upped gather speed, or sorry, gather amount. I upped experience level gaining. I upped a whole bunch of stuff just to make this a bit quicker. There's taming and all sorts of other stuff in this game. I haven't experienced most of it. Before, I couldn't get the single player to load for me. I waited about 5 minutes in the live stream and it just wouldn't load, so I decided to join an official server. I figured lag would be better here, and pretty much everything would be better on an unofficial server. So right there's a hyena. I never ran into a hyena before, so that's already a little bit scary. Alright, we're going to harvest this, and yes, the harvesting's much better now. Before, you would swing multiple times and you wouldn't get anything out of it. It was after like a little while you would start getting stuff. Alright. Well done. You need to harvest ingredients to create spells and tools. More importantly, harvesting is the key to survival. My voice will guide you. I'm sorry I'm not reading quick enough. As you get your bearings in this new world. Alright, we need to craft a rune of light from the schema. Alright, so before we do that, here's our inventory. When we level up, which took me forever to do, actually one of the people in my chat, Techman, he had to point out that I'm dumb and didn't realize I had stats over here, and that's how I leveled up. Sorry. I am very used to how Arc works, and it's a little bit different. We get schematics, so if we take a look at skills, right now we have light magic, and from our gathering, apparently we managed to get ourselves up to rank 1 of light magic, which allowed us to unlock the schema for, or schematic, for the rune of light. Now all it requires are 3 of these magical shards, and I'm going to craft myself some. We randomly pick up straw for no reason as well. I don't know why. I'm not complaining. It's just a thing that happens. You're as quick a study as when I first met you. That should be enough to ensure your journey has not affected your connection with the forces of magic. Open your inventory and use it to cast. Alright, I already see a spider roaming around right now. That's also slightly terrifying. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to cast. There we go. We have our little fairy light person. Good. Prepare yourself to be able to cast magic. Now you're strong enough to survive. Eat some apples from your pack to keep up your strength. Or blueberries. So it said apples, but they mean blueberries. That's totally fine. We got a whole bunch. Again, I have the gathering set to 3x. So it's going to be much quicker. This is going to be more accelerated than a traditional or a multiplayer server. Be aware of that, guys and gals, moving in. Good. Always heed your stomach. If you allow yourself to go hungry, you may die. So yeah. Alright. Rank up melee crafting skill. Strip away your memory. Every action, your skills will grow. Access your skills with you to see what action is needed. Alright, so what we need to do now is melee crafting. We need to get this up. So, to increase our skill in melee crafting, what we need to do is gather stones, craft tools, and craft melee weapons. Unfortunately, we can't craft anything right now that would help, so really it's going to come down to gathering stones. So what we need to do right now is basically walk around and harvest these berry bushes. And hope that we can get a few stones and level up our... There we go, we got 1 stone there. And level up our melee crafting. We're going to fill up pretty quickly. Oh, there we go. We just ranked up right there. I'm going to back up just in case something's coming to eat me. Knowledge of magic alone is not the best way. We need to know that we can craft stuff like an axe so we don't break our hands hitting a tree. Alright, so now that we leveled that up, we'll go to skills here. So it looks like anything that we're going to go and level up, if we're wanting to get a rank in it, it will tell you here the ways to increase the skill. So to increase our survival rank, we have to gather wood, gather hay, and craft survival knowledge materials. I'm assuming that's what these things are here. For ranged crafting, we got to gather rattan, We got to gather stones, and we have to craft ranged weapons. It doesn't look like there is a particular bar or like a percentage thing going, but there's also player level prerequisites here. So we have to get our melee crafting to level 2 before we can learn this, and we have to be level 2 or 3. So it's interesting. That's kind of how all this stuff works, and you'll be able to actually build buildings and manors and stuff. And I think it's not as focused on crafting as far as like building a house and all that stuff. I mean, I could be totally wrong. I thought it was more along the lines of maybe you built like an actual thing. A feature for a castle of festivity, but I could be wrong. Maybe it is. You have to build it block by block. I thought maybe it would just like you find a plot of land and you're like this, and then you build it up. Maybe you have to keep bringing resources or whatever to it, but it looks like maybe it is block by block. So you'll see a lot of similarities with a lot of the other survival games out there, open world crafting survival games. Anyway, what we need to do now is go into our inventory, and we need to craft ourselves the stone axe. We have tons of resources. I'm actually going to craft probably 3 of them. We don't need 3 of them. I want to use up some of our resources to get a little bit lighter on that, and it's going to give us points up here as well. So you'll see up here, we're not getting a lot for crafting, but we're getting some. I'm going to increase my health, and I'm going to increase my stamina at this point. So that's going to be how that rolls. I'm going to drop this and drop that. Like I said, I don't necessarily need them. Wanted a little bit of extra experience out of it. Now we have to equip it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that as my number 2. I'm actually going to move my blueberries to like number 9. Well, I was. They didn't seem to want to take. There we go. There we go. And if you press Alt, you actually toggle between your first bar and your second bar, and that spider looks like he has aggroed to me. And I do not believe I am prepared to fight a spider. So what we do is we run away like a scared little girl and lead him into the guards. Now I have been unable to harvest flesh from an animal or a creature. I killed this giant thing at the end of my stream, and I could not actually get... Oh, I got meat that time. I couldn't actually get any of the meat off of him. If you right click, you do like a strong attack with whatever weapon you have equipped. Oh, that was perfect. See, it worked out this time. Alright, so we have to harvest apples and we have to harvest wood using our axe on actual trees. Now this could get dangerous, not necessarily, but it could. So we're going to try to be careful. And again, the crafting, the gathering speed, the experience gain, and all that stuff has been increased quite a bit for this particular series. So if you guys are looking to play on an official server, this is what you're, it's not going to go this quickly. Alright, magic staves are the cornerstone of any mage's arsenal, giving you the ability to aim and control your spells. You can craft a staff from the wood you've harvested from trees, access your inventory, and check your list of schemas. Alright, so what we're going to do right now, instead of doing that, we're going to go ahead and add the apples to our bar as well. And now we're going to do that, and we're going to craft ourselves a staff, a magic staff. I'm going to put it on number 5 because I want to have melee weapon, tool, and then that. Next up, a staff is fine, but without a spell it won't work. Our order was founded to restore balance between light and dark forces of magic. Neither can exist without the other. Access your inventory and pick up the schema for the draining spell. Alright, we're going to craft it. Cast the extraction spell from a staff to drain magic shards from the natural world. Pretty cool stuff. Alright, we need to equip it. So we're going to go down here and equip it, and we also need to equip our staff, so we'll go ahead and we'll do that. And we're actually available to level up again. So this, like I said, this is going to go much quicker, and I'll stop talking about the much quicker. I'm going to go with a little bit more into health again, I think. And stamina again as well. Alright, simply aim your staff at a tree or a stone, and you will be able to extract things from it. Alright, so we're going to aim here, and there it is. We're getting stones, and bam. Magic uses your mana, which in turn takes a toll on your focus. Resting your mind is the only way to get it. You need to rest your mind after casting spells. I have transported you some flowers to help regain your focus. Access your inventory with I and use the flowers to recover your mind. So essentially, if we look at the bottom right, starting at the bottom left of the bottom right little icons there, it's a stomach, that's your food. Then up to the right of that is your stamina, which as you run, you attack, you do things, that's going to go down. It will replenish if you're not doing stuff. Then you have your water or your hydration. So how thirsty you are. If you're fully hydrated, you're fine. If you're almost out, it's going to be bad. Then your weight, how much weight you're carrying. And then the brain thing, or that weird crab-shaped thing, that's your brain, that's your focus. And also consider it your magic or your mana pool. And then I have no idea what the thing on the top right is. It's a book of some sort. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, guys. Then at the very bottom right there is a heart, and that red bar underneath is your health. So hopefully that explains a bit, and you guys have a rough idea how to start at this point. Like I said, I know it's going to go much slower if you guys are on an official server. I'm aware of that. I want you guys to be aware of that. I know I keep saying it. I'm just letting you guys know. Just letting you know. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to om-nom up on this. And we got ourselves 91 focus. We'll use another one. It's not giving us much back, but that's fine. Okay. Remember to always mind your focus, and our connection is waning. Experience is your key to survival. You must practice what you have learned and experiment to discover more. Alright, we need to hit the player level of 4. We're level 3 right now. We're close to level 4. There's some sort of weird magical shard over there. And I know it's getting kind of dark, guys and gals. Let's pull out our mystical light fairy. Okay. There we go. We can see a bit better what's going on. We're getting some more apples, so we should be good on food. But the big downside to... Oh, gosh! Big downside to many things is there's a giant hyena thing that wants to eat my face. Oh, that did not work very well at all. Oh, God. It hurts. I don't want to die. I want to live. I will drain your natural resources. This is not... Oh. So, that's the thing. Also, if you guys heard that, I was a little surprised by it. If you guys heard that, my controller was plugged in, and apparently you can use a controller. I'm just going to try the respawn here. Alright, let's try. Yeah, so that was the thing. I don't know if it's because I attacked while I was in the town, and they're like, that is not how we do things. And they got mad at me, and that's why I got killed. But I did get killed by a guard and not by the thing. I was pretty safe. It was you who killed me, right? No? Well, oh, I was further up. So it was you? Yeah, Novali, one of you, this one, Novali here, killed me. So I don't know, like I said, if I attacked something within town and that's why, or if I was standing between the enemy and my, myself. That could have been why as well. So I apologize. I don't think I'm going to edit any of that out. I kind of want to, but I'm just going to leave it in because it surprised me. It really did. It was like shocking. I'm like, oh my gosh, what just happened? I was not expecting that at all. Okay, so I can harvest it normal styles. Yeah, I don't know why I wasn't able to harvest the giant monster that I killed before. We got quite a bit out of that. Yeah, they were quite angry with me. They were quite angry. Our weight is a bit overdone. I can drop that. I wish there was a way to, like, use that, but apparently there's no way. And we automatically got our clothing back, by the way. We need to put our draining spell back on, and yeah, that just did not go well at all, did it, folks? Not even sort of well. Alright, we're going to drop item. We're going to split this one as well and drop that. And I think our inventory is okay right now. It's not great, but it's okay. Anyway, let's get back out here. We'll summon our light sprite again. And hopefully things go just a smidge better than they just did there. Because that was quite not great. Alright, I must go, but you no longer need my guidance. Access your quest with O and seek further help from the denizens of Arcos, good luck, blah blah blah. Ah, and I hear there's a rumor that there was a newcomer in town. Welcome to our faction, stranger. I'm the city's innkeeper, whether you plan to stick around or whatever. There's no shame in starting from nothing. The greatest lords can be born from a beggar. Scavenging from barrels can yield surprising treasures. Okay, so scavenge from barrels. Alright, so here we are. We have leveled up again. I'm going to go ahead and up my weight capacity. I want to be able to carry just a little bit more. I can make a campfire, but I need another stone before I can do that. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed so far. Oh, I can pull magic shard. Oh gosh, I just pulled meat out of my body. That's now with the other meat. I don't know how I feel about that. I think not good. I think not good summons that up quite nicely. All right, what I think I'm going to do as well, since we're over here and we can do these things, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build myself a campfire because, you know, reasons. And I'm going to go and throw that over there. I'm going to plop it down just off the beaten path here. Or maybe much further down the beaten path because it doesn't... Oh, no structuring inside the city limits. So we're going to have to go outside the city limits to do this. Which is fine as long as nothing eats my face, which could happen. You guys saw. Are we out of... Alright, we've exited the town. We are now outside the city limits. And there it is. The campfire. We're going to put wood in there. We're going to light the fire. And we... need to put raw meat in there and it will cook. What is straw? Huh. Okay, and we can actually craft it. So it doesn't automatically use... Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. So now I wonder what this... is this mushroom... If you hit Q, you put your stuff away. Which is good. We have a lot of blueberries and other things. We just unlocked spiced meat as a thing. So I'm pretty happy about that. Oops. Search. Spiced meat. What do we need for that? Blueberries. Oh, we got blueberries. Oh, there's rotten meat in here. Some charcoal. It's going to be very similar in many ways. Oh, I stopped crafting when I walked away. That's interesting. And what is it? It needs cooked meat. And, oh, wow, that's actually kind of crazy. So we literally have to sit here and watch it cook. Apparently, it doesn't just continue to cook on its own. What's better about this? It spoils in 30 minutes. Meat rubbed with spices to aid in the preservation takes longer to spoil than unspiced meats. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm totally okay with that. So we're just going to cook some stuff. I guess we'll put some rotten meat in our inventory. How long does a regular... Oh, it's only like 10 minutes. I'm curious. Like, I want to leave. Let's see if it keeps cooking. I don't think it does. Oh, no, it is still cooking. Oh, that's interesting. It's very, very interesting. I'm sorry, guys and gals. I wonder if I leave the area, if it continues to cook, or what the deal is. And it shows in the bottom left, water magic's going up, melee crafting's going up. I guess harvesting these things increases our water magic, which I didn't even know was a thing. So now we have the Rune of Restoration, which sounds like that is... Oh gosh, there's a goblin coming after me. What are you doing? Uh-oh. Oh, we're doing this again, are we? Oh, gosh. I hope this is hurting him. Yeah, he's bloody. Alright, let's go ahead and pull out our mystical light fairy. I killed the goblin. I'm a superhero. I'm scared. Whatever that other thing was that scared away the hyena. It's got me nervous. Actually, we should probably search this guy first, right? No? Got some bones from him. And some hide. Alright, let's see if the fire is still cooking. That thing. What is that thing? I love you, whoever you are. Just don't kill me. I'm so scared. Please don't hurt me. This fire is yours. Please don't kill me. Okay. He seems to not be super hostile toward me. It is still cooking the meat, which I like. And I can actually craft a lot of other meat as well. Well, that was weird. Pretty weird. Okay, so let's go ahead and eat some meat. We should have a bunch of new crafting recipes, or at least one new crafting recipe. Cast to show. Oh, it's a rune, so it's not a spell. So that, I believe I would want to put that as like our number 4 item here. I am going to craft some more. So apparently it uses 10 blueberries and 4 apples, or 3 apples, and 5 of the shards. That's fine. They'll give us a little bit of HP back. So as you can see, there's quite a bit here. We are leveling up still because their crafting is going on inside of the fire, and I'm assuming it's because we're close enough to the fire that it's still working that way. I'm going to go with a little bit more into attack. Mana doesn't seem like a bad idea either. So yeah, this is pretty much how the game works. Probably just going to stop roughly around here. And hope you guys had a little bit of a blast and you guys enjoyed yourself here. I will be playing this. Ooh, there's the first big lag spike. I'll be playing this a bit more as time goes on. And over the next week or so, you'll probably see another couple of episodes. It really will depend on my work schedule. I know I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday. It's a bit rough sometimes, but it's alright. It does kill some of my ability to record, but like I said, you got to do what you got to do, and we're still having fun. We're still getting some stuff out here, and yeah, the game's got a lot of potential. Finding a server that you and your friends can play, and if you figure out the first part and you're able to at least get to the point where I'm at now without dying. Also, don't do things in town because apparently guards get mad at you. Yeah, no, it's good. It's real good. Anyway, I think I'm going to actually grab the rest of the stuff off of the fire and just like let it sit there, and we'll come back to this down the road. So I am going to pick up this and this and this. I'm going to leave the charcoal probably behind. And you know what? I'm going to put 100 wood in there because we have 35 and we just don't have the weight capacity for that. I am going to head back into town, and in the next episode, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be able to harvest this guy. Assuming that really cool monster thing right there looking at me that looks super deadly doesn't come over here and murder my soul, I'll be pretty happy. The next level the next episode we're gonna run around and we're gonna try to find the barrels and to get the gold and the apples. So that's gonna be the plan, the goal, the hope, the dream. And maybe, just maybe, once we do that, we'll be able to do maybe taming down the road. I don't know. There's a lot to this game. We've just scratched the surface. And I am looking for quite a bit more as time goes on. Before I leave, just in case somebody gets to this point and they want to know what to do next and they're stuck, I don't know. I haven't done this myself yet. But I'm going to go over to the barrel, and apparently that's how you do it. You just walk up and punch the barrels. That's how you scavenge. Alright guys and gals, at least now you know. And I'm 1 gold away from finishing up this quest. Alright folks, until the very next episode, I want to know your thoughts on the game. I'm sorry guys, I'm a little thrown off right now. I'm getting messages on Skype and whatnot, so I apologize for the slight distraction there. If you guys want more information about the game, where to get the game information on the developer, or any of that wonderful fun stuff, it'll all be down below in the description of the video. The developers seem to make a point that they want to hear feedback. They want to know what direction they should focus their development efforts in. So if you guys do like what you see and you are going to grab the game, it does look like the developers are, going to listen to player feedback, which is a really cool thing. Not every developer does that. So that's one thing, and again, like I said, for early access, it looks like there's a decent amount of stuff to do so far. And I really haven't scratched the surface yet, and I can't wait to see what comes in this series. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like or a thumbs up. And of course, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. Until then, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.